Wow, this is the bravest fly I have ever encountered. Are you serious? Okay, I don't know what that was all about, but there was a fly that was insisting on staying on this GoPro. I'm trying to find some burrowing owls around this very rural kind of farmland area. I've already spotted a couple off the side of the road down here, and they instantly kind of gave me the little, you know, hiding and staring thing that they like to do. I'm just driving up and down through the public streets on these farm fields, and they're just chilling on the side of the road. Like, here's one. I don't know if you can see him in the GoPro footage, but it's just right there on the bank. He's looking around. The photos right now are not great because that heat mirage is bad. So I have my R3 and R5 here. The R3 is on the 100 to 500. R5 has the 600 with the teleconverter on it. So I'm trying to do a mix of video and just have the R3 ready too in case I need something a little wider for whatever reason. I don't dare move right now because one just popped up on the close side of this culvert. He's, oh my God, he's like minimum focus distance from me. There's an irrigation ditch that runs between the road and the fields. One of them was on the far side, closer to the fields, and one just popped up on the roadside right in front of me. Just came out of nowhere. Oh, this is so uncomfortable, but you do what you gotta do. Why don't I just use the screen like a normal person? I can't believe she let me get this close. So this actually might be a spot that I stop. One just landed on a perch, and behind him is some grass that gives like a nice green background. And especially because of where the perch is, as I shoot with this long lens, it's raised. And so behind him is shooting right into the field and it's far away from him, especially if I get real low. So that blows out the background to be nice and blurry so that it's just a straight portrait of the owl. Yeah, he's looking right into the sun right now. I can see his bright yellow eyes. I'm gonna sit here for a minute and get this guy. The good news is that there are plenty of owls around. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. The bad news is they don't seem to be very active right now. Oh my God, there's a guy right in front of me. Hang on. I just noticed this guy. Oh, he is so suspicious. He's poking out right behind this little rock. He's mad at me. I think I see another 1, 2, 3. Yep, coming up right now. 4 on the, oh wait, no, that's not a bird. That's a piece of pipe. And then a 4th one down below, so it's like a whole family right here. And they're ducking their heads down. Is that a 5th one? Nope. Huh, sounds familiar. Oh yeah, there's a 5th one out there. Is that a squirrel? No, that's a squirrel. One thing that's nice to see is every now and again you see these little flags. I'm assuming that's so that the farm equipment and just the people driving up and down the street here know that the burrows are there and they don't hurt them or run them over. I don't know if they're a protected species, though I'll put that up right here once I get home and Google this. Either way, it's nice to know that there's some degree of proactive, you know, work that's being done to make sure that the burrows don't get collapsed or that the owls don't get chased off.
The sun was going down and it was pretty obvious that the owls were getting ready for bed. A couple of them were still kind of staying up and curious about what I was doing there, giving me these little head tilts and the blinkies and stuff, but then you had certain ones that like this guy. This guy looks like he has had enough. This is what an owl would look like if it could be fiscally devastated. What do you guys think? What's he look like? Tell me in the comments. I had about an hour to drive back to the hotel I was staying at and wanted to get up early to head down before sunrise. That's right, before sunrise, which, if you're like me and not a morning person, that's not fun. It makes you wonder what other hobbies are out there. Ones where you can sleep in, like, I don't know, model trains?
I know you're not supposed to look at the sun, but like I can't, when it's coming up, I can't help it. It's like a little dimmer than it normally is, and so I just can't help but look straight at the sun. Okay, it hurts. Okie dokie. The owls are out and about. They see you coming. I don't know if you can see this little guy right here. Try to get a shot of him before he flies. Oh, no, and there he goes. But, all this dust is in my car now. Yeah, the owls are all out and about. Well, they're out anyway. They're not really about just yet. Doesn't seem like. So, through here, there's a lot of them just kind of sitting on the edge of these embankments for these irrigation ditches, but they're just doing that. They're just sitting. They're so funny, man. They all look at you coming through like they're just so angry looking all the time. And no surprise, still putting the Armageddon gear bag to use. Now it's letting me just rest the camera on my door with the window down. Super convenient. I found some kind of like little rodent. I don't know what it is. It sort of looks like a squirrel, but I don't think it's a squirrel. But he's working on this little burrow, and he's been dragging this chunk of rope over. I'm trying to get a closer shot, but it's just like, it's very funny watching him try to like maintain his burrow and drag this rope over. One thing that's kind of interesting to me is they definitely seem to know the difference between a vehicle and a person, obviously visually, but as I'm rolling up and down the street here, they don't seem very spooked by my car, but I just got out to get into my trunk, and as soon as like my silhouette was obvious to them, they instantly were like kind of just hunkered down and started staring at me all skeptical like they usually do when you roll through. There's two of them out by a burrow flag and then another two toward the back. Both of them were just standing up tall, and now they're both kind of hunkered down, looking at me, trying to figure out what's going on. One of the burrows here has like a cool little log as a perch right out in front of it. And there's what looks like an adult perched up on it. And one of the, I think kids came in. It's a lot smaller.
The owls were having a lazy morning and the sun was getting high, so I started to head back. I saw some other wildlife on the way out, which kind of made me wish I drove around a little more. In the future, I definitely want to take a little more time to explore a new area before committing to one spot. If I did, I might have been able to get some better shots of that kestrel and this coyote here. I think one of the lessons new wildlife photographers learn a little bit too late is to slow down, look around a little bit, and just be patient. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Let me know in the comments which photo you liked best, and I'll see you again on the next one.